I'm not sure. It should be though. Oh, the only one thing I
Okay,
haven't
I'm
seen Trey on
broadcasting whenever you
is.
guys are ready.
Alright, I'll
All right,
join now.
Okay.
hang on. Let me join in. It's even on a PS Vita. It's on Windows Phone. It's on Android and iPhone. It's on PC. It's on everything. It's fucking everything.
Okay.
Alright, I'm watching now.
All right.
I'm watching.
It's like a minute or so behind though.
Yeah, it'll probably be about 30 seconds.
It's 98% still going. Still going.
This is the outside
Yeah,
of the structure.
Is that a whole island?
It's an entire island to build on. It's even bigger than Sanctuary.
And you could get that as a settlement.
Yeah.
Dang.
Fuck me, I need that.
Oh shit. Well, this
Must
thing
be a
sucked.
must need a lot of cement for that shit.
Yeah, that's actually what's taking me so long now, is
I
I've
hope
built...
they put this shit in the next Elder Scrolls game.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It would be so cool.
But it's a little
Like
bit
a-
more of a it's a little bit more of a Fallout
Yeah, I
thing in a
know.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the whole survival thing and the whole
Yeah, the
you know,
scrapper.
rebuild the world thing.
Now what I want to do is, you've seen my stair. Have you gotten to the point where you see my stairwell in?
Yeah, I'm looking at the part where you're in the house.
Okay. I want to turn that into the back of the building and have the top part set up kind of window-like with maybe wood structure instead of what I have.
Yeah.
And then have the front on the other side and still have kind of have a deck back here.
Yeah.
Dick. Okay, this thing gonna load. Jeez. Fuck me.
Try going back in. If it's at 98%, sometimes it's just stuck and you'll have to try refreshing it. So basically this side of
19%
it.
of the time, it works all the time.
Alright, I'll be right back.
And I think I'm gonna go a few more another floor or two higher, at least one.
Up. 100! We're in the black.
Alright. I'll show you my sanctuary too. That's kind of my most developed. I mean, I've even put down... The entire island is a settlement. I'll show you the...
Right now it's at the part where you're telling me to try going back if it's at 98%.
Okay. Here.
Shit,
You can see the parameter. You'll see the parameters here in a moment. How much space is actually there.
Good God. You built this entire concrete thing. I'm looking at the outside entirely.
Yep.
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, I'm gonna go back
All this
in.
concrete.
Throughout the game, cinder blocks, concrete shipments, bags of cement.
Whoa. It's a huge perimeter.
Yep. Then I have a basement area, which is my generator room. And I'll probably put some water pumps down here just for water, for increasing the amount of water to the place. And
Okay, I'm looking through it. Check
yeah.
stairs, check stairwell. Oh my God, it's a big open area. So the outside is concrete, but the inside is wood, which is good.
Yep.
Man, the basement.
Yeah.
Water pumps, I see a shack, stairwell, good God.
Well, what's nice is these concrete shack foundations, and you'll get to the point on your TV where you're hearing and you're seeing what I'm talking about. The concrete shack foundations, here I can build one really quick. They are designed to be built on unlevel ground so that you can build all those things onto them.
crap. Wait. So that way you could like go through the ground like that?
Yeah, you'll see me spinning one around, and it can be placed at any point in time. It's still in the green, no matter how up or down, unless it's not touching the ground. And it's designed to give you the ability, and then you can snap on multiples.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, so you'll see it in a moment. I'm just doing it to show you. Snapping some down.
Check.
And then there's a trick. Rather than trying to have to even up the top, you go over 2 spaces to that particular to the shack stairwell that looks like this. And it's in the floors along with the shack foundation. And then they snap right onto them. And then you can just remove it.
Oh, I see. So I can create an entire base.
Yeah, and it's a quick, easy way to level it. Make sure it's perfectly squared and even.
That's incredible.
Yep. And then you can build whatever you want to on top of that. And actually, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm thinking about going up 1 or 2 more floors with cement, and then building an interior ring of basically poles to kind of, give it some sort of a support look, and make it another. And I want to have the ground floor have shops and stuff. And I might just get rid of my shops over here. Over by one of my buildings. Why can't I seem to locate it?
In Fallout 4, can you repeat the story on your same character, or is it just...
You can't repeat the story, but once the story is over, even once the story is over, there's all kinds of side missions that you can keep doing. You can keep building settlements and gathering supplies. So that way.
Like Fallout New Vegas,
Sorry.
So it's not like a Fallout New Vegas where you just do the story, but it has a save before you do it, before you end it.
Yeah, it's not like New Vegas. There's an ending, but then as soon as the ending is over, you get to go right back into playing again. All right.
And you could be like, well, all that's done. Now I guess it's time to do the building. Yay.
Yeah. And here I'll show you. I'll show you my sanctuary quick.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Sorry, it bumped me out of the party.
The Broadsider.
Oh, I still haven't gotten that yet.
Do you know how you get it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I just want to just go straight to Fallout 4 and just...
Are you still watching?
And yeah, I had to check to see if I was broadcasting because it says something about recording was being blocked. I'm here. Yep, I'm here. I'm looking at at the loading screen when you had that Broadsider.
Okay. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go and give you the tour of Sanctuary really quick.
Here on these loading screens, if you press square or something, it highlights the item. I'm not sure.
And you can see it better at...
63?
Yep. There's no level cap in this one.
Power armor.
Yeah. I have a working power grid to each of my houses. Working alarm sirens for raider attacks. Clothing shop.
The thing about this is more open rather than building an entire fortress where you have one entrance that they can come into and have a bunch of turrets that guard that area. which that is amazing. To be able
And
to
then,
create
and
a tower fortress.
you haven't seen the torch. That's the name of my tower. You're gonna see that in a moment. That's where I started off in with the power armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm heading back there right now.
I will admit, this building aspect, if this wasn't here, this game would probably have gotten a little bit, it would have gotten, old, it would have gotten old sooner or later.
Yeah. Yeah.
This building aspect is actually pretty fun. I see it. I see the torch, if that's the one where a giant building is shaped like a T next to one of your power armor.
Yeah.
Don't the basement of that of all those power armors, those red things. Man, you have a lot of red power armor.
Yeah, I like the Flames paint job. I have a reception area on the 3rd floor. The 2nd floor is my workshop.
I want to have a shadow paint, so that way I can make a bunch of stealth armor.
Yeah, and then the 1st floor is my power armor bay, and then the top floor is my penthouse.
Penthouse. Oh, just like from Family Guy. Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Yep.
Roadhouse.
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 Roadhouse,
A
sweetie.
receptionist area? You have a receptionist area. Oh man.
Yep.
When you build a house so freaking well, you have a freaking secretary.
Yep. Well, I am the self-proclaimed mayor of Sanctuary, and if anybody has a problem with it, I got a furious power fist, ready to. What's that?
They did here in a Fallout though, where they actually have you join the factions. Like usually in New Vegas, you're a volunteer, but in this, you actually become among the ranks.
Yep.
That's another big issue I had with New Vegas. I mean, it was an awesome game and everything, but you didn't feel like you were actually, dedicated towards your cause. You just,
Yeah,
you know.
you're just wandering around doing random things.
And in this,
Yeah, I'm
you're-
sick of being just the wanderer or some stupid shit like that. I want to be like a guy dedicated with a cause or something.
Yeah, like that's why I love like when I joined the Borough of Steel, I actually became a knight and everything, and I was taking
Oh
orders,
yeah,
doing repeatable quests.
There's the
repeatable
glitch.
quests to- What-
cow's tipping itself. That's awesome. No, literally,
Oh,
the
by the
cow's buried partially in the ground. What?
I think I'm almost halfway to level 70 actually. In that game.
Nice.
Can't believe I would actually get that far on my main character.
I'm watching from the broadcast. I see the cows tipping. Oh my!
Yep.
Yes?
That'd be awesome. We should. I'm thinking about just like going straight to Fallout 4, but staying in this party so we can all just talk about stuff we're doing in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Because it's a single player game, but we're still kind of connected and sort of.
If you
See,
want, you
that's-
don't have to play ESO with me.
Yeah. See, that's
You
one of the
just- you
things.
just play Fallout 4.
Here, I'll show you my Red Rocket truck stop. It's
I was very happy to play ESO because that's when I level up my mage, but now I'm sort of stuck point where I'm like, okay, now I have to like go back to revamping my character. All right, here we go. Road truck stop.
Greetings, buddy. Would you like a
Hey, buddy.
good to see you again? Care to wet your whistle? Or do you require a lap?
I'll take a beer.
Go in
I want to take
refreshing.
as many items as I possibly can from everywhere and just build up all these structures and
Yeah. Because
that's what I'm making.
I haven't even shown you all of my more developed ones, but I've shown you my most developed ones.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's one other one that's heavily developed, but that's the Boston Airport, and that's just ready and waiting for for me to start sending my companions there, clear up space for regular settlers. Because the regular settlers can work jobs. What you're gonna want to do is when you link your settlements, don't take more than one person from any particular place. Take a person from Sanctuary, link them to the Red Rocket truck stop. Send somebody from Sanctuary there, and then link them from there to the next place that you have, and just keep a chain going, and you'll still have access to all your stuff, but you don't want to dedicate any more than one person from any settlement, because you're going to want to build as many shops as you can. You're going to want to, have people for food gathering.
You have to gather revenue from this?
Yeah, you gather revenue from having shops.
Can you set up a caravan between settlements?
Yeah, you can set up supply lines between settlements.
It's supply lines. It's
like
not a
shit.
caravan. It's just a supply line. It means that you have access to your supplies
Just
to
grab
build.
a random settler that isn't doing anything, and then go into build mode and press R1 to do supply line, and then you choose what settlement you want to set the supply line between. Like,
Yeah,
let's
and
say I'm
then-
at Sanctuary. I want to set a supply line to, let's say, the castle. I could do that. I just need enough settlers. Like,
Yep.
one.
Oh, okay. All this
And-
time of Fallout Shelter and Age of Empires 2 has prepared me for this.
Oh yeah, and that's something. If you think about it, they've incorporated little aspects from Fallout Shelter into this.
Of course, to hype you for it. And I remember I actually have the Pip-Boy app. It, just like Todd Howard said, it just works. I'm skeptical, but it actually freaking works.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
one of my favorite things. I have floating trash that didn't disappear when I destroyed the bar, or when I got rid of the bar.
Fucking noise, mate.
Like I said, that's okay. This is just an auxiliary place because its only use is the only use for the Boston Airport is to store companions. You can't build you can't build shops here.
Alright, well that's good because I actually built the teleporter for the main story quest inside this airport.
Well, that's perfect.
I'm now enemies with the Brotherhood of Steel on my main character. I built a second character, but I think I want to do stuff with my main character since he's main.
Well, what I did is one of the alleys. Hold on one second. I can go right into it. Where are you? I can't remember for sure.
My new character is gonna be
Yeah, right
part
there.
of the Minutemen and
Yeah,
instantly.
for me,
I'm gonna start out
Hangman's
by building
Alley.
settlements immediately.
Yeah, for me, Hangman's Alley is my Mercer safe house. So I just deleted everything that was in the alley, and I built, and it's just a giant pad for my teleporter, just hanging out in the middle of an alley somewhere. Well, it's my safe house, so there's one bed. I figure, we're only really I only have one person who lives there, so I only need one bed. And that was already there when I started the game, or started it.
Nice. So, yeah, since I brought a new character, since I'm gonna make him actually dedicate to helping the railroad and the Minutemen, could I just he's only level 6 or something, I'm not sure, but could I just go ahead and start building stuff, or should I try to become a higher level? Because I'd like to just go ahead and start building stuff.
Well, you can
Definitely
start
build
building
stuff if you're part of the Minutemen, because Preston sends you to all those settlements, and I mean, protecting them would seem like your main goal, and kind of rebuilding shit. I mean, that's what I did on my main. character.
Yeah. But think
Keep
about it
yourself
like
in it.
this: until the end of the game, you don't have to specialize to any one story. I'm friends with the Brotherhood, with the Railroad, with the Minutemen, and I'm not attacked by synths because I haven't hit that point in the story where I have to pick a side. And
see
so
what
I
you're
have
saying. You
access.
see,
Yeah.
that's exactly where I stood at, because I wanted to be a triple agent, but I have gotten to the part of the story where you have to pick a side.
Yeah. But there is apparently
And
a way, if you do it right. The best ending, you're working with all three of the Railroad, the Brotherhood of Steel, and the Minutemen. And everybody's
Oh,
pleased with you.
shit. Wait. You said the Brotherhood, the Railroad, and
And the Minutemen, all
and the
three of
Minutemen?
them.
But
You
not
have
the
to
s-
you have
but
to
not
go
the
against the
Synstitute?
Institute. No, because they become the villains for you.
The Institute really does become the villain despite their trying to be good.
They're not
Makes
trying to be
sense.
good. They're monsters. What are you
True.
talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking like,
Yeah.
since you're my
There's
son, sure, I guess. I have
Well,
no idea why.
I look
did
at it like this.
But yeah.
They send regular patrols up. They kill people and replace them just to test and see if how accurate their synths are. They send their synths up on random raiding patrols to kill people for no good reason, it seems. I've been, on the receiving end of their synth attacks before. Let's see what else. They hoard all their technology, and they come up with all sorts of excuses as to why to keep it to themselves, just like the Brotherhood.
Oh, okay.
What else? They genetically experiment on people without permission.
Alright.
They're bad people.
Alright, then I could feel good about not joining them. Like I said, I made a second character. He's mainly making him a gunslinger with just a pistol, but now I'm starting to
Yeah.
regret this.
See, if you join the
Rifles.
Institute, you piss off 3 people.
Not fun.
Yep.
So I have that. My main character's apparently now. So I'm thinking, you know what, fuck it. Since I'm already at this point, I might as well just go to the Institute story, see how bad it becomes. But on this new character I'm focusing on, which I'm making him more of a gunslinger role because I'm changing his combat style.
Yeah.
And working with the Railroad and everything he possibly can. Yeah, I'd like to.
But
have
you
that. Plus, I
do
like-
you do get a really good companion, but he doesn't have one of the
Kicking
best
out a bunch of
perks.
shit.
Yeah, I figure
Nick
it
Valentine's
booted you. Nick's really good, but there's a synth companion that you get from the Institute that's
Another
a
one.
courser.
Yeah, I know what that is. I have him.
Yeah. And but if he'll turn against you as soon as you turn against the Institute.
Well, of course.
Yeah, his name's X6, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
And it just logged me out of ESO. That's kind of annoying.
These
Oh.
guys are not really that hard anyways. But yeah, it'd be awesome if you could become a synth as your character.
Well, I always back when I got done playing Fallout New Vegas, I still had it on the brain a lot, and I came up with like 80 some odd pages of a setting that would take place in Alaska and the western part of Canada. So a really, really big setting. And it was called Yukon Legacy, and I came up with all kinds of recipes and variety of different stuff like that, and different factions. And actually, up in that area, there were some of the factions you would deal with were companies that were like logging-based companies, and some of the basically Alaska was hit with mini nukes, so there's a lot of areas that are still fairly untainted, and then there's areas that are heavily radioactive. So you get kind of a hybrid of the Fallout 3 experience and the New Vegas experience.
Wait, what is this? Some mod or something?
No, well, I was coming up with it for the dice and paper idea, but it could be utilized as a mod. And when I say I was coming up with recipes, we're talking like food recipes, weapon recipes, or instructions, recipes for creating explosives, all sorts of stuff.
And also, like, yeah, these, like, Alaska with mini nukes, like, that's something. In
Like
comparison, like,
smaller
mini nukes
ones.
aren't.
It's not like mini nukes isn't what you're used to. What I mean is smaller nuclear warheads.
Oh, low yield nuclear
Yeah, low
warheads.
yield, but they were hit with more of them.
It's probably because they need, like, the oil China did.
Yeah.
Or if they, well, if there was anything left, if they could.
Well, in a lot of the really northern areas, once you get up towards the Antarctic or the Arctic region, you're starting to deal with where there's freshwater fish that are actually somewhat, have low radiation yield when you eat them and stuff like that. Yeah.
I liked how you could actually cook food and actually not get irradiated when you eat them. In fact, they can even like make you not irradiated. I mean, yeah,
Yep.
technically it's not. It might not be true in real life, but still, it's nice to have that.
Well, it is great it's great for gameplay.
Oh, especially.
The one thing I
But-
wish
yeah.
that they would have kept from Fallout New Vegas was the ability to craft ammo.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there's a perk where you can craft ammo from tin cans.
In this game?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah,
Fallout
in New Vegas. Yeah, I remember that one, and I loved it.
I forgot about that one, which is weird because I've played Fallout New Vegas more than, like, probably almost more than Skyrim. But then Skyrim, I think I played more of because I got the platinum trophy for it.
Oh, I would go around and I would collect primer and casings and everything I possibly could, and I'd just
I didn't do that much, but I actually started doing it because I was like, you know what, this is pretty cool, and I have done it a few times, and time to time to, if I ever happen across a
Yeah.
reloading bench, I'll actually check it out. So.
Well, I found a lightly game-breaking glitch. It's not really a game-breaking glitch, but it gets you can get to level 30 in no time flat. Once you get to not the strip itself, but once you get to New Vegas, to the slums of New Vegas, you go to that one bar that has, like where you take on the job looking for prostitutes for them, and you also take on a job where you collect debts for them. One of the guys that you collect debts from is also one of the 4 potential people that you can get as a prostitute. Well, if you do it right, he will come back to the saloon. He'll always be sitting there in this chair, and you can constantly convince him over and over and over again to become a prostitute and get the speech bonus for experience.
I've played so much of New Vegas, but I've never seen that before.
Yep.
What is this, the Atomic Language?
And I mean, I haven't played it in a while, so I'd have to explore because you have to talk to him in the right way, otherwise he won't go there.
Oh, okay.
Like, because
I'm
you have
on,
because you still have to collect caps from him too for the debt. But yeah, you hit level 30 in like 4 or 5 hours. And that was like from level 5, yeah. And when I say you hit level 30 in like 4 or 5 hours, that's heading out at level 5 and going to New Vegas and doing all that stuff, and then taking the like 2.5, 3 hours of talking to do it. Yeah, that's how long it all took.
Yeah, I think I would just stick with just killing a bunch of stuff, or going on to the PC version of the game and just type in the console command level 30.
Well, see, I'm not used to PC controls, so I can't play them very well. Plus, I don't currently have a mouse. I just have a laptop with, the little finger pad.
Yeah, I have a laptop too with.
And I can't use that finger pad. That finger pad doesn't work for crap for half the games that are online or on a computer PC.
That sounds amazing. Alright, so I'm playing Fallout 4 right now, and I remember I'm on my new character. I just got out of a railroad again, and I see that this character has like a man bun or Ronin hairstyle, and I remember I was trying to see if I could go for a what was it? Big boss look, and Deacon's right next to me was naked for a second, but I was trying to go for a big boss look, but it is difficult to make it. I've seen the people who have came closest to looking like Big Boss, it still doesn't look very much like him at all. He's a difficult, surprisingly difficult character to make.
Yeah.
People have made Disney characters.
They made Beavis and Butthead out of the husband and wife.
But Big Boss is a pretty tricky one.
I don't know. I gotta imagine the Beavis and Butthead one was pretty tricky, and the Vladimir Putin. I don't know if you've seen the one where they actually made somebody look like and it looks like Putin. It's like holy crap.
But I've seen absolutely none on videos or people who personally made it that have made a good Big Boss.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous. Jeez, where did my character get so much AP?